Hi, welcome to maths time. Let's count our party cubes. Now there are so many in the pot, I don't think you'll be able to count with me because I don't think you can count that high. If you can't, don't worry, I'll just carry on because you're only reception children, so you probably won't be able to count all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27 so far, there are more to go. 27, don't forget that. Are you still keeping up with me? Wow, my wrist is really hurting from counting these. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, last one, 35. 35 cubes in our party pot. This is because you've been so fantastic with your home learning. Yes, Tricky? Okay, 1 second. He's got something he wants to tell you. I just need to go and get him quickly. Hi, Tricky. What did you want us for? You wanted to wave to the children. Can you wave back to him? Anything else? He wants to ask you a question. Who, me or the children? The children. Okay. What do you want to ask them? Are you feeling shy? Why? I don't know. Just tell me, you tell me and I'll tell them. Okay, he said that because we're getting the cubes in our party pot, he thinks we're going to have a treat in a few weeks' time maybe, and he wants to know if he's invited. To be honest, you haven't been very well behaved lately, have you? Okay, what I'll do is I'll leave that with the children, and when they come back to school they can decide if you're allowed to join in. Is that okay? You love me. And you love them. He just kissed me. He really wants to come to our treat, doesn't he? Okay, can we do our maths lesson now? And we'll see you later, and the children will have a think about it. I don't know what's gone into him. I think he just wants to join us for our party, but that's our hard work, not really his hard work. But anyway, I'll leave that with you. Let's have a look at what we've been learning this week. I'm going to give you a clue. Okay, the clue is this. The clue is this. What are we learning about? It's not karate! Oh, who knew my head was so strong? Okay, we're doing halving. That's what we're learning about, halving. What are we learning about? No, halving. What are we learning about? I just want to quickly show you something because we've been halving lots and lots of numbers, but sometimes some numbers you can't chop in half. Even if you're good at karate, you can't. Let me show you. If you take a look at this, my Tom and Jerry sharing mat I've actually lost, so I've made myself one. So this is the number of items there are to share in this top bit. This is my side, and I've got my bun on my head, and this is my brother's side, and he's got his grumpy face there. Now sometimes some numbers cannot be shared equally. Take a look at number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to divide them up and I'm going to start with Mrs. Stone. 1 for Mrs. Stone, One for Mrs. Stone's brother. One for Mrs. Stone. One for Mrs. Stone's brother. One for Mrs. Stone. And they've all gone. I've got 1, 2, 3. And my brother's got 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Is that fair? No. Is it equal? No. So this is what you do. Let's rewind.
Let's start again.
1 for Mrs. Stone, 1 for Mrs. Stone's brother, 1 for Mrs. Stone, 1 for Mrs. Stone's brother. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 2. Is that fair? Yes. Is it equal? Yes. But we've got 1 left over. And the remaining one, what we do in my house, if my mummy gives it to me, my brother cries. If my mummy gives it to my brother, I cry. So in our house we do this. Coco! And Coco comes running over and she joins in as well. Now, it's not fair for Coco or equal for Coco because she has 1 and me and my brother have 2. But we always give Coco 1 that's left over. And then me and my brother don't argue. Here's that game. So you need to cut them out. So you cut around the squares and then you cut along that jagged line. So if you find this stars, there are 1, 2, 1, 2, and it says here half is 1. Half of 2, if you cut that in half, you would only have 1. Here it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 ladybirds. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you cut them in half, 2 for me and 2 for my brother, we would have 2 each. Half of 4 is 2. And so you would match it with this one. Half is 2. When you cut these up and mix them up on the floor, it's going to be much harder to match. So you may need an adult to help you. Okay, good luck with that. And also today you've got this monster counting sheet. So what am I going to say? You've got it. Slow down. Well done. Okay, it's time for you to now go and cut up and play your maths game. And it's time for me to go and see Mrs. Rain because I need an ice pack. I shouldn't have tried to chop the board with my head. Don't try that at home, children. It is not a good idea. So this was our last home learning video. I think you've been fantastic. Your work is amazing. Your parents have been fantastic teachers, haven't they? Should we give them a clap? Woo! Say to them, if they're not there with you, when they come back, just say, thank you for being a fantastic teacher while I've been at home. Some of you are still going to be staying at home next week and you can always send me some pictures of your work or I can send you bits of work from time to time. If you are coming back to school, you've got 3 more sleeps and at the weekend I'll show you a video because I think I found the shortcut to get into school. I'll show you at the weekend. See you later everybody. Well done.